Hello again, Chelsea Cohen of Lifestyle Dynamics, lifestyledynamics.com, and we're back again for another CSA unboxing. So let's just dive right into it. Alright, so let's see. The first thing that I got, let's open this up. Alright, we've got some lettuce. Okay, this is just red leaf lettuce, and a little trick, I wanted to share a little trick about how to keep lettuce fresh, the best ways to keep lettuce fresh. And what you want to do is, when you get the lettuce and you get it home, make a cold water bath, not in the sink but in a big bowl, and soak it in there, and it will allow the dirt, any dirt in there, to just kind of drain out, and it'll keep the lettuce fresh and crisp. And then just throw it in a salad spinner and give it a spin to get all of the water out of it. If you don't have a salad spinner, you can use paper towels to dry it off. And actually, a little trick is when you have it in the salad spinner, toss in a paper towel, and it'll help to absorb extra moisture. After you take it out of the salad spinner, you're going to want to wrap it in a bunch of paper towels and then stick it in a large Ziploc bag, just like that. And it should keep a lot fresher for a lot longer, and it'll be ready to use when you need it. One thing I wanted to share about salads, because I am a new convert to salads. I used to hate salads, but what it was, it just took me finding the right ingredients that I really liked and the right dressing. So I have a ranch dressing recipe on my website that I really like, and I will be adding a new dressing, a champagne vinaigrette, which I love. That is also very good. I'm starting to experiment more with how to make dressings, so you'll see as we progress through the weeks and months, we're going to be adding some of those to the website. So one thing that I have done just recently over this last couple of days is I've created a salad basket, and what that is just a pantry, a bunch of pantry items, nuts and dried fruits and seeds and things like that, and those pantry items go into a big basket, and so that whenever I am ready to construct my salad, I just pull the basket out and add things from there, things such as sunflower seeds or flax seeds or chia seeds, just little things that add even more substance, texture, flavor to the salad, and also a lot more nutrition when you have, you know, a normal salad and you throw some flax seeds in it. It's really beneficial for you. They're similar to, you know, what you would get if you were eating fish. They have some of the same things like the omegas and all of that. So I really recommend putting together your own salad basket. That's all I'm going to say on that, because we're still on the first ingredient, but that's my most exciting tip for the day, I think, would be the discovery of the salad basket. All right, in the salad department, we also have, this is a cucumber, believe it or not. It looks like a zucchini. It's huge. I was very surprised to see it, but this is known as a slicing cucumber. And normally what I would do with cucumbers, this one's a little big to fit in my Spiralife vegetable slicer, but normally what I would suggest you could do with cucumbers, if you're really into cold noodle salads, such as a soba noodle salad, you can take a soba noodle salad recipe, a cold soba noodle salad recipe, and just replace the noodles with cucumbers. You can have a similar effect without any of the buckwheat or any of the additional carbs. So that's something to give a try. You can go on Pinterest or something like that and just Google cold soba noodle salad and find a couple of recipes and spiral up some cucumbers and have yourself a really fun little snack. All right, we have watermelon. I'm really excited about this watermelon. I just recently tried gazpacho, watermelon gazpacho, which I was not sure I was gonna like, but amazing. The recipe that I'm going to be trying with this is going to include red onions and jalapenos and some tomato and cucumber, and topped with some feta cheese. So it's got the spicy, the sweet, and the salty, which is, I think, one of my most favorite combinations of flavors. So I will be trying that out. Let's see what else we have. We have some green grapes. These grapes are a little smaller. These are really great just snacking. I snack on grapes a lot. They have to be really firm in texture. But another fun thing to do with grapes is to pop them into a chicken salad with diced apples and some nuts like walnuts or pecans or something like that, and have them on crackers, or if you don't do crackers, then you can also put them on top of little rounds of the cucumber, and they make really good little snack bites like that. So there's the grapes. Okay, this is some dill, and dill, of course, I use this a lot in my my ranch dressing recipes. I use fresh dill, and I try to use fresh chives, and just overall, you know, and fresh parsley. Overall, I like to use some fresh herbs in that rather than using the dry stuff. So I really like to get dill for that. The other thing that we all know it's really good for is throwing into tuna salad. All right. We've got a bunch of plums. I actually have been interested in making some sort of a tart recipe, and I'm gluten-free, so finding a good tart crust is often challenging. So I have that challenge before me to find a good crust recipe that has the same or similar texture and flakiness to the normal glutinous crusts that I have come to know and love. So we've actually got, oh, it looks like we've got 5 of these, so that's cool. I think 5 would be enough for something like that. They're also really good with some soft cheeses and honey. So maybe something about that. Maybe you could combine that. Oh, 6. Maybe you could combine that into your tart. So maybe ricotta and honey and plum, something like that. So let's see. Okay, we've got some oranges, and oranges are really good. You can use the juice for fish or for pork as use it as part of a glaze. Make a glaze out of it. You could also just cut some up and throw them into water, like your infuser bottle. Some orange and mint in an infuser bottle, like our Infuse Life infuser bottle, is really delicious. The flavors of orange and mint I really like. All right. Okay, we have some basil, and this is not really enough basil to do a pesto. You need a lot of basil to do a pesto, but pestos are really easy, especially if you have a food processor. It's just, you know, Parmesan cheese and basil and some olive oil, salt and pepper, and pine nuts. You can do various different versions of it. Some people do an arugula pesto, where they use arugula rather than basil, or they change up the nuts and do a walnut pesto instead of a pine nut pesto. But some of the things that you can do with pesto, besides just using it, you know, mixed into spaghetti or some spiralized veggie noodles, would be you can make like a pesto mayonnaise, or as a if you've got garlic bread that you're making, instead of doing a garlic and butter paste, you can do a pesto paste, especially if you add additional garlic to your pesto and make it a very garlicky pesto. Having a kind of a pesto garlic bread would be a really cool change to the normal garlic bread that you have with your spaghetti. Alright, we've got some grapefruit. Grapefruit is awesome. I really like it. Some people hate grapefruit. Grapefruit's pretty much one of those love or hate things. You can do what is called supreming, which is a certain way to cut it so that you're cutting the grapefruit so that you're not getting any of the skin in there, and you can throw them into salads. You can also coat the top of them, slice it up as you would like a regular if you're eating half of a grapefruit for breakfast, and you can cover the top with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon, and then take a blowtorch and brulee it as if you were making a creme brulee, and that makes a very different and interesting fun take on your normal morning breakfast grapefruit. So one thing to note about grapefruit is that it has an effect on a lot of medications. So be sure to read your medication before eating grapefruit. That's something that I wanted to kind of put out there. If you're on any medication, it might be affected by grapefruit. So watch your intake of grapefruit while you're on those medications. And the last thing we have is we have a cantaloupe, and cantaloupe is really good. I've talked in some other episodes about how to pick a really good cantaloupe, and you want to smell it. And there are a couple of other things. I think it was video 1 where I talked about how to pick a really good cantaloupe. And one of the things that you can do with cantaloupe is you can make an arugula salad. I've started to like arugula. I used to hate it, but I found that when you balance arugula with something sweet, it really works out well. So to do an arugula salad with some cantaloupe and some pancetta and a little bit of goat cheese crumble with the champagne vinaigrette that I love, that I promise I will share on my website. That makes a really good simple salad, and you can, if you want to be fun about it, you can use a melon baller like I sometimes like to do. So that's about it. We've gone through all of the little, I'm sorry, there's some talking in the background, but I will try to talk over them. There's no more in the box. That's all that we have in the box for this week, but join us next week where we will have, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks from now, where we will have another box. And I'm Chelsea Cohen from Lifestyle Dynamics. That's lifestyledynamics.com, and I'll see you soon. Bye.